Previously on Smooth Customs. Now this ain't gonna be pretty, but I gotta fit my big ass up in this trunk. Here we go. Yeah, it sound like some super hip theme music right here. Hey y'all, what it is, what it do, it's your boy J Smooth. Welcome to another episode of Smooth Customs. I know, it's been a couple of weeks. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded. I know a lot of you are waiting on the second part of the subwoofer install, so no more waiting. Here it is. We're putting Interfire 2-channel amp in the trunk to power our Freeair 12 subwoofer. Alright, and yes, I am wearing a Lakers hat. Might as well, to honor the fact that we finally got LeBron to the Lakers. Alright, enough of that. Let's get to it. Alright, so this is where I'm going to mount the amp. Now, not sure if this amp still works. I used to have it in my old car pushing 212, so it should have enough power to push this 112. It's a little old, but it should still work. And if not, I do have the other one that I had in my GS pushing this 12, which is actually bigger than this one. But I want to go with the smaller one first, just because I want to make sure I have enough room. It's not too tight in here. All right. So the plan right now is there's a bolt right here. I'm gonna cut this bolt down a little shorter, just because it's sticking up. Then I'm gonna get a piece of wood to cover this whole area. Probably put like two screws in it just to hold it in place, and then I'll go ahead and screw the amp to that so that the amp's not moving. Alright, so I got my Dremel right here. It's gonna work. Alright, so I cut that bolt down a little bit so I have more room to work with. I'm gonna get the piece of cardboard so I can get the outline of this. Alright, so I got my template cut out of cardboard. Now I'm going to transfer it over to this piece of wood I got. Alright, so I got the wood cut to fit. I'll probably just put like 2 screws just so it doesn't move. Then the amp will sit on top. So I got these 2 amps. This amp is what I had in the Lexus GS pushing this particular 12. I had this amp pushing 2 12s in my older car. I'm gonna try this one out first since it's a little bit smaller and it'll give me more room to work with, so I can add like a fan or 2 just to keep the amp cool. But if it doesn't push this 12, or if it doesn't work, because I don't know, it's been sitting for a couple of years, so if it doesn't work, I'm gonna have to go with this one. Right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just spray this flat black just so you don't see the wood. You probably won't even see this thing. This thing tucks in really nice, even this big amp right here. Once I get it in here, get it to slide in here. There it goes. See, it's got room. It moves around a little bit. I figure I mount it somewhere around there, and I still got a little room here to add a fan just to keep it cool. And then this thing covers right up. See? Inconspicuous. Alright, so let me go spray that wood. Once it dries, I'll go ahead and bolt it in. And then the next step is I got this 4-gauge amp wire kit from eBay. 4-gauge should do it to push 112. I'm gonna go ahead and wire that up, and then I got somewhere around this mess that I got, I have a circuit breaker. I don't know what I did with it. Anyways, and I got this splitter right here, so I'll add that. I gotta find that circuit breaker. Oh, and I got these too. I'm gonna add these battery terminals so I have places to plug up this wire. I gotta find that circuit breaker. I have to look for it. It's in here somewhere. just, who knows where at this point. There it is. So I got one of these cool circuit breakers. Instead of running a fuse, I'll run this. Anyways, so I got all that. Let me get to this. Alright, so I decided to keep the negative battery terminal, the stock one, and I only put this one. I switched this one out. So the reason I switched it out is because I didn't have room. It's gonna be a tight fit, and it was looking already crappy anyways. I mean, kind of corroded. So I put the new one in. Now I got extra terminals. So I got this in. I got this. I got the circuit breaker. I'm gonna put a screw in it right here just to hold it in place. I'm gonna run the other wire. Notice how the wire is gonna run down here. All right, so I got this bolted on here, and I loomed the wire up, and it's going through there and coming out right there. Now what I'm gonna do is I poked a hole through there, and I'm running this coat hanger, and I'm gonna fish it out of this side here under in the carpet somewhere. I just gotta find it. Alright, so I got the wire through. I didn't drill any holes. I just squeezed through next to the stock harness. There was a grommet there, so I went through it. Now I'm just gonna I'm gonna tuck this wire on the side of the carpet. I'm gonna have to take the back seat out again so that I can get to this location where there's a spot where I need to drill the hole to run the power wire. Then I'm gonna take this back panel off, get this splitter hooked up right there, somewhere in there where I can find a nice spot for it. Have the power wire come down here, look for a ground, and then I'm gonna leave the other one on this splitter. That's gonna be to power the compressors for the air ride later on. So we're gonna have to do some work. All right. Oh, I almost forgot. I gotta run the remote line, and the RCA wires back through here and up to the radio. So might as well run those next to these. So here we are again. I took the back seat out. Got these side panels off. Right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drill a hole right there, big enough to run the power wire, the remote wire, and the RCAs. And then we're gonna have to wire it up to the head unit. And then we're gonna have to wire it up to the amp. And I gotta find a place to ground. Well, this whole shit is out again. Alright. The trick to making your life easier is to use a coat hanger and some electrical tape, because I got some big hands and trying to get through them little cracks is damn near impossible. So just electrical tape, coat hanger, you fish the wires through, and then it saves you a lot of time and headache. Alright, so now that I got these through, I'm gonna cut this electrical tape off, hook these up. Alright, so I added this little two-way splitter where the 4 gauge power wire is coming in, and I got a 6 gauge wire here going to the amp, and I got another space here where I'm gonna run another power wire later on for the air ride. So that's all nice and neat. I'm gonna probably ground the air ride here too. That's a good spot. And this is all, put a couple of screws to bolt this in. It's not moving at all. Later on I want to get a fan, definitely, to keep this cool, because I'm gonna cover this up. And all right, I'm gonna put this cover back on and give it a test bump. All right, you working the remote. Alright, so we in the car. Got everything buttoned up. Let's see how it sounds. Pretty good.
Every night you know I party like there's no tomorrow. Bitch, you can't afford my time like I'm another mom. If you down to know, let's go back home to my skills. Baby, bring your friends and they can all come play, come taste my kid. Skip the bed, fuck you in my car.
Woo. Sounding good. What's up? Let's see. You can barely hear anything with the door closed. Alright, well there you have it. We got the 12-inch subwoofer powered up. We got the 2-channel hidden in the trunk. And it's really hard to show over video how good this system sounds. Sounds really good. It hits more than enough. I like it. You know, it's sufficient bass. And without a box, and I still got trunk space, so it's pretty good. I highly recommend it. You guys give it a try. It might not be for everyone. A 12 might be too much, so you have to put a 10. That location is really cool. I actually seen smaller amps, so you actually have more space. And you know, I'm here in Vegas, so I had to add these fans to keep it somewhat cooled down. I don't know how good it's gonna work, but so far, since I did the install, haven't had any issues with it. The amp hasn't cut off on me. That's part of the reason why I even went with a bigger amp to power the sub, because I didn't want a smaller amp to be like struggling to push the 12, and then it overheats in that location anyways. So, you know, just added 3 fans just to keep it cool as much as possible. I don't know how much cool they're gonna keep it, but so like I said, so far so good. Let's see, we got more stuff coming up. Yes, I'm gonna be working on the wife's car. She's gonna have a VIP table on her vehicle, so I'm gonna make that. And I still gotta make a VIP table for the LS400. That's coming up. Still gotta do the air ride. I know I've been lagging. I got all the components laying out. That's gonna come next. We are on the road to 1,000. I think we got 800 plus subscribers, so we're getting close. I'm gonna do a giveaway once we hit 1,000 subscribers. Got something cool for you guys. Hope you guys are gonna like it. Let's see. And that's it. All right, subscribe, like, comment. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know how I'm doing. And see you on the next one. Peace.
Yeah, that's right. You know, what's up? That's right. Let's go.